Okay, so overall drive impressions in the 2019 F-250 Limited FX4. No doubt it's got a lot of power. Remember, you've got that 450 horsepower power stroke engine. It's offering up to 935 pound-feet of torque. So did a great job for us. We were towing the Kubota on the flatbed, and weight there was about 7,000 pounds, and it did great. We ended up going through sand with it, and it towed fine. Okay, no issues there. So really impressed with the towing power overall. And next up, we talk about fuel mileage, and of course, it's not a requirement for any of the heavy-duty truck manufacturers to list fuel mileage, but I'm always curious as to how they perform. So while we were towing, this was pretty impressive. So we ended up averaging, and this is city and highway, again, towing 7,000 pounds on the rear hitch there. And so we ended up with about 12 miles per gallon. Now that's city and highway. So that was over the course, of about 30 miles. So that was pretty impressive. Okay, have to say. Now unloaded, right? Nothing in the box, towing nothing. Ended up getting, and this was really an eye opener, almost 22, very close, 21.9 mpg, and that was on about a 20-mile highway run. And again, just exclusively just highway, no stopping and braking. So I was impressed with that. City, we ended up getting about 16 overall. So, again, for a large truck, right, this thing is a curb weight about, 6,500 pounds. That's pretty impressive. Okay. So again, hats off to Ford for pulling that off. It does have the 3.55, 10.5 inch E-locker rear end. And again, we got the 6-speed torque shift transmission at work, so contributing to an impressive MPG. All right, so moving on, the interior, of course, it's a limited, okay? And so you've got a nice camelback leather, very comfortable. You've got the seat massagers, okay? So, and they're actually in two different stages, right? So you have your lower actually in the seat as well as on your back. And you've got high and low adjustments. So, it's okay. I'm not one that's really crazy about it. I had passengers that did really like it, so that's great. And I suppose on real long trips, that could definitely be a plus. I'm okay with it, certainly. And you can also adjust the seats as well for better lumbar support, which I used, and that was really helpful. 10-way adjustable seats, and that's going to be the driver's side as well as the passenger side. So again, all about comfort. Okay, so continuing on with the cab of the truck, placement of the buttons, and there's plenty of them. Pretty quick to access, with the exception of one button, and that was air conditioning. So having to reach down to control the fan was kind of difficult, right? It's a small button. You've got to go ahead, and when you're getting adjusted to this truck, you got to hunt for it. Okay, a little plus minus button, and again, it took a little effort. You're leaning forward trying to find it to go ahead and lower the fan speed. It does have dual AC. Riders in the back were complaining though about it being a little too hot. Of course, up in the front, it's nice and cool. So there isn't, unfortunately, a lot of air, okay, going to the rear. Okay, there are two vents, okay, right below the center console, but it doesn't have separate fan controls for the rear air. Okay, so got some complaints, from the passengers on that. They do have heated seats in the rear. Okay, so we've had some strange weather here as of late in Northwest Florida, where we had, some really cold days, but mostly warm. Okay, and so on those cold days, yeah, heated seats, obviously a nice touch. You do have a heated steering wheel here as well, one of those other nice touches, you know, with the truck. Audio system, very impressive, right? So B&O delivered, you know, great sound, you know, no issues with that, you know, whatsoever. So, you know, really appreciated that. Need to add too, it's really great when you're trying to go ahead and back up the truck and you want to get it hitched up, you know, to the trailer. Of course, got a great view on the screen, and as you're getting closer to the trailer, the guiding lines, grid lines, super helpful. Okay, and also center line too, where you can get it right up on the tongue. Okay, that was really impressive, and I appreciated that. Easy to go ahead and hook up the flatbed, you know, using that feature. So definitely a plus. Now you can go beyond that. They've got trailer reverse guidance, and so what you can do in that case is they have a special sticker. You may have seen this before. We've covered this at Hardworking Trucks before. And of course, with this sticker, you can place it right there on the trailer. And once you've got it placed, right, you've got to go ahead and put the trailer length in to the computer. There's 3 measurements total that you'll take from the tailgate, right, down to the sticker where it's placed. And again, when you have that all in play, right, and it's programmed into the system, works great. Okay, now we did not actually do that with our trailer, but I did use that feature before, and that was during a Ford event in Colorado, and it really is nice, especially if you got a longer trailer. Okay, so it'll pop up on the screen and help you, okay, when it comes to backing up, you know, because again, it's got a sense of the trailer, right, and its surroundings, so it can make adjustments accordingly, right, to show you where you are in proximity to other cars or objects that may potentially be in the way. So I did demo the system, like I said before, and that was a real plus. Okay, so with the limited package, of course, you get the moonroof, right, sunroof. You can go ahead and, of course, open this up, right? And, you know, it depends on the day, obviously, but it does have a nice kind of convertible feel to it. Plus, you get more light coming in, you know, so that's always nice. Yeah, passengers, you know, appreciated that too. Thought that was pretty cool. Oh, yeah, also wanted to add the diesel brake feature. So exhaust brake, anytime that I've got it on a truck, I definitely like to use it. It's going to take some of the strain, obviously, off the braking system. You've got 14.3-inch rotors, front and back, and they're great, okay? They're going to get the job done. But the added benefit, of course, you know, when you're towing or you're hauling something substantial, and again, payload for this configuration is 3,480 pounds. Towing maxes out, you know, 15,000. The diesel exhaust, you know, is a great feature. I always like that on a truck when I'm towing because it works, okay? Just cut and dry. Takes the stress, you know, also off of the brakes. So nice downshifting. I was observing that, and so the truck, yeah, performed really well. Impressive job with the diesel brake. You know, it's just overall a really impressive truck. You know, obviously being an F-250 limited, you know, this is going to be that hard-working luxury workhorse, and so I think they really nailed it. You know, certainly with regard to that, passengers I had, and we were doing again a lot of work with the truck. We're impressed, okay, definitely in terms of its luxury as well as its capability, okay, getting the job done when it came to towing and hauling.